What is up, guys? Welcome to another Behind the Curve Reacts. Today, we're looking at something a little bit differently. Normally, I do like acapella and Broadway type stuff, but we're going classic rock. We're going like old school metal today. And as much as I love classic rock, I actually never really got super into Iron Maiden. Obviously, I heard the hits like Number of the Beast, The Trooper, Run to the Hills. Great songs, great tracks. I love the galloping bass lines. Like, it's good listening. It's real good listening. But I never really dug deep into their catalog. So this is actually going to be a Patreon request. So thank you very much, Morty, for giving me some Iron Maiden I have not heard before. But this is going to be Rime of the Ancient Mariner. And yeah, I mean, with a name like that, coupled with the fact that this is like a 13-minute song, I just feel like it's gotta be epic. What I'm envisioning is like Iron Maiden going to like prog, like a progressive rock epic told by Iron Maiden is what I'm hoping for. But either way, I am really excited. So thanks again, Morty. Thank you all so much for watching, and let's go ahead and get into it.
So I'll introduce this song the same way that I did in a slightly lighter, more vulgar
2008.
that I did at Long Beach Arena 1984.
Interesting.
This is what not to do if your bird shits on you. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner!
Oh my god, there's costume changes. He's still got a good voice. Is Iron Maiden a prog band? Because this is pretty heavily like prog influenced. God, I miss concerts. Chapter 2.
The star-duggered moon, too quick for groan or sigh, each turned his face with a ghastly pang and cursed me with his eye. 4 times 50 living men, and I heard no sigh nor groan. With heavy thump, a lifeless lump, they dropped down one by one.
Literally sounds like something I would hear from Rush. This is awesome. God, their bassist is awesome. Just putting in work this whole song.
To break, the albatross falls from his neck, sinks down like lead into the sea. Then Iron Falls comes the
Ooh. Man, that was a pretty fucking nice groove there. Oh, damn. Oh, that was so epic. Oh my god, that was so damn epic. And even though I've not heard this song before, I have heard other Iron Maiden, and I am so impressed with the lead singer. Keeping his voice intact after how many decades of rocking and doing that and tours and albums, that is ungodly. Oh my god, that was such a fun journey. And aside from the lead singer, who I could talk all day about just how impressed I was, everybody else was so tight. Like, that entire group was just on point. Almost to a point where, like, it only comes from a group that has been together for usually like that amount of time. You know, you see like your older groups that come around, and musically they are so tight because they've been playing together forever. And it seems, at least in my experience, the first thing that goes is normally the lead singer's voice. At least that's how it was with Rush. Not that Geddy ever had like a bad voice, but it definitely didn't do what it did back in the 70s and the 80s when they were touring in the early 2000s. But wow, like that was fucking excellent. And I always like to listen for the bass. Like I got bass behind me here. I'm not good at it. I'm not, a musician, but I try. So I always listen for the bass in songs, especially in metal songs, because I feel like the bass often gets overlooked. Oh, not here. Like, not in this group. Like, not in what I've heard from Iron Maiden, and definitely not in this song. Like, that bassist was flying all around for the entire 13-minute thing. Like, even in that little like musical interlude there in the middle, chapter 2 in my mind, he was still the one that was driving everything along. I mean, that guy is really, really, really good. And I didn't realize that they had 3 guitarists. It seems like a lot to me, but I mean, they fill out the sound very nicely, and they all sounded great. Like, I love it when they had almost like the dueling solos, or they all each had their own solo there. That was really cool to see everybody's own like different kind of soloing style. That first dude with like that Steve Vai, just absolutely ridiculous little finger picking was was pretty good. But yeah, did not know that this is a 6-person band, but it definitely does kind of explain how they are able to get such a full epic sound. I mean, Rush was able to do it with 3 people too, but let's not, talk about the holy triumvirate. But yeah, the transitions were really nice too, going from like the really metal of it all at the beginning and the end to that really haunting little instrumental break where it didn't even seem like it was the lead singer that was speaking. It seemed like it was just like somebody reading a poem or a short story or something like that, which I don't really know a lot of Iron Maiden's like songwriting style or their process, but I know, again, it always comes back to Rush. I know Neil Peart, the drummer and main lyricist, he drew a lot of inspiration from literature, from poems, from books, from short stories. I'm assuming that that's where this came from. There's probably a poem somewhere or a story called The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, which is probably where that voiceover came from. If anybody can give me any more information on that, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, this was excellent. This was very, very good. This was very well done. And honestly, it makes me want to throw on one of my like old Rush concert DVDs that I have from like back in the late 70s. But man, I say the one thing though that really shocked me was seeing that stage show. Like, I haven't been to a concert in so long, none of us have, and just to see all of the people and all of the pyrotechnics and the lights and fireworks and shit, like, that was awesome. That was so cool. And I've seen a lot of bands live, and I will say that except for Bruno Mars, older groups that have been around for 10, 20, 30 years, tend to put on the best live shows. Because that's how it was back in the 70s and the 80s. People loved these huge, like, show-stopping concerts. And they've really brought that or carried that through their entire career. And then Bruno Mars is a young dude who I don't understand how he was so good live. But I digress. This was great. This was awesome. Morty, thank you so much for the patronage and for the request. Thank you all so much for watching. If you really enjoy it, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, you guys have an excellent rest of your day.